Relationship between park technicians and communication. Sorry, I'm gonna have to flip you around a little bit. Have you ever been to a park or recreation area and been like, wow, what an amazing space. It looks so clean and natural. But did you know that there's a lot that goes into maintaining those areas, including using large tools and machinery? Park technicians do everything from mowing grass to prescribe prairie barns. Park techs also hold educational and conservation classes for youth. Teaching a different generation the importance of outdoors and saving our natural resources is just one of the many important things the public must know to sustain the longevity of humanity. If you didn't use verbal communication with the public and your coworkers, the work would never get done the right way or efficiently. The inefficiency can lead to less interest in the outdoors from the public and poor morale amongst coworkers. Understanding natural resources and creating appreciation for the outdoors will keep the world healthy for generations. Flip you around here again. I'll read to you what this says. Hopefully you can see it. Park technicians help create environmental sustainability and entertainment through communications. So kind of I want to touch on that to begin with to explain it to you. Environmental sustainability. So with me, that is, we all know that you need the outdoors and the outdoors need us. And I think that's a big part of it. And to go ahead and start that off with my first note here is outdoor classrooms. So I kind of wanted to start where the communication first starts for many of us. I don't know for you, but for me at least. The National Park Service, I was reading an article, its outdoor classrooms are amazing. I had one growing up. I don't know if many of you did as well. But basically it was an area where we would go and the naturalist, actually for Benton County Conservation, would come to the school a few times a year and would meet. And I really think that those early forms of communication, mainly verbal, but I mean, it led me to the career path that I'm on today. And I think that was the really good foundation stepping stones. But back to the outdoor classrooms. Outdoor classrooms, as I said, are the starter, most of the time the gateway. There's a lot of people in this field that I talked to that said, yeah, it was because when I learned about the water cycle or when we were chasing bugs or doing whatever it is. But without communication, none of that would happen. I mean, and I know people from personal experience where they didn't have access to this, and because of that, they don't really do a whole lot outside, and there's so many things that the outdoors offer. For my second piece here, read it to you. Understanding how park professions communicate with many different people. So with this, obviously in my career, park technician, communication is everything. Communication is huge. For Benton County, they handle all of the Facebook newsletters, flyers, maps of the parks, trails, that kind of stuff. And effective communication and parks and resources here, stated that effective communication is key. And I think that that's true. Because it's, especially in my field, it can be the difference between life and death, literally sometimes, doing a prescribed burn on a prairie and, before you have your burn meeting, and it takes that one person to mishear, that one person to not say the right thing, and, if that could be potentially life-threatening. And so with that, I think that it depends on your audience. So Katie Garrett here with the mindful communication, talked a lot about how to address different audiences and things that you can do in that aspect. So for us, you're going and teaching kids, you're not going to use the example of, showing a video of a grizzly bear eating a deer or something like that, because that, although it's informational, that's scary to a kid, whereas you show that to an adult and it's just kind of nature. So age has a lot to do with it. And also, mentality or, people's views. The same lady, Katie Garrett with Mindful Communication, her article, how it will affect the listener and who is listening. That's a huge thing. You need to make sure that not only are you saying the right thing, but how you're saying it, and it's getting across and coming across the right way. Also with that, you don't want to be talking, or a lot of it's how you come off. You don't want to be talking about something and and say something, or explain something that could be off-putting to someone, and then they don't want to follow your career path, or you could disinterest them in the outdoors or any career that you choose. For my next topic, this is more of a personal experiences, but national park services provide experiences and topics to manage the public. And so basically what that is that's back to like what I said. The management part is kind of the social media, the flyers, maps, topographical maps, newsletters, really to keep the public informed. That's the biggest part of communication, I think, especially in this field, or right now it's so hard that a lot of it's, internet based or social media. And I think without that not many people would know, if there's things going on or whatnot. But, kind of what we do in order to get those messages across is, like I said, Facebook, flyers, social media. You get on the Benton County page and you can check, they have basket weaving coming up here soon, and you would never know because you can't necessarily verbally communicate, but over the internet you can have those conversations. And another big thing with that, with kind of keeping the public in the loop, is future generations. Conservation in itself is kind of a dying thing. No, I don't want to say like that, not dying, but it's not as common of a field for a lot of people to go into, and I think it is one of the more important fields. And like I said, with the outdoor classrooms, that being kind of the gateway for me and for a lot of coworkers and people I know, it's just keeping the future generations interested. And the National Park Service also wrote an article on that that's and that's the same with any industry, is they're the next in line, and you got to make sure that they're up to it. To conclude, I feel that it is important to show others that because you are outside mowing or cutting trees, that effective communication is still very important. I am a seasonal park tech for 2 summers and have been exposed to many individuals and families. Without communication, I wouldn't have been able to do the things I did or teach the things I taught. There are many types of communication I use in my work, whether I was talking to children explaining the importance of wildlife or talking fire safety with adults and campers. I enjoy the outdoors and being able to share the outdoors with others more than most. Without communication, I wouldn't be able to do any of that. Thank you.